Welcome back to Chronos Plays Ys VIII. Today, well, I think I'm gonna go this way? Probably not. No. I should remain in the capital, I guess. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go around the capital. We're gonna probably freeze a little bit. And then, check out that green marker. I'm assuming that's gonna be a virtue thing, and then that door thing's gonna open, maybe. Maybe? The Great Tree of Origins. Is that when I became the maiden? Olga, everyone. Huh? Is that Io? It's probably Io. Hi, Io. Io, are you okay? What you doing? Freezing your ass off?
Hiya, lady.
I'm glad you're safe. You too, maiden. But I'm not the maiden of the Great Tree anymore. You're not? I don't know about that. What do you mean? Well, it's not easy for anyone to stop being who they are. You remind me of someone I used to know, lady. Who's she talking about? Anyway, what are you still doing here? You need to take shelter inside the palace. It's not safe here. Pish posh. I'm here to fulfill my promise, lady. Your promise? Oh. You know, yeah, I know it's sad, but it's time to say goodbye. Oh, you're... Whoopsie! There's so much I gotta explain, though. I'll tell you everything at the usual place. Huh? I'm sure I'll see you again, but I gotta go. Bye, demon child. Gone again. She's just as difficult as she ever makes, and she's just as difficult as ever to make sense of. The usual place, huh? Okay, so... E-O-I-O-U, whatever.
Whenever I see her.
Shit hits the fan. Is that what you're about to say? Because you're right. I mean, I guess we could check out the town a little bit. I doubt there's going to be anyone here, maybe. And if they are, they kind of...
The streets are empty. I certainly hope that everyone in the city is still safe.
All dead! No one seems to be home. I shouldn't just walk in without permission. Whoever lives here could return at any time. Yeah, that's why we need to loot fast and get out of there. Hello? You ever looted before? It's the perfect time when no one's home. Yeah, so there's definitely probably no one else here, but we should check out just in case. Could get some more dialogue from Dana. There might be one person down here. Maybe he wants to kill us. We can stab him. They wouldn't let me do that. I know, disappointing, right? Urezil would be upset if I left the capital myself. Well, good thing he's not our dad. We can just go. Is there anywhere else? Man, we could check there, I guess. Yeah, why not? And then we'll go to that dungeon area. Prayer tree. I'm assuming we're not going to be able to get in here. Rastal will get mad if I did anything fun. So that's why we don't listen to Rastal. I'm actually kind of surprised he lived. Like, yeah, I mean, he lost an eye, which is not cool, but at the same time, totally thought they were going to lynch his ass. Huh. The flow of air seems different somehow. So they kept the potatoes down there? The entrance to the sanctuary crypt is open. I must have gone inside. Okay, but I gotta check out this green thing first. Huh? The hell was that? I have no idea what that was. We get that from time to time. I always kind of thought that was my SP stuff refilling, but apparently not. No, that one was my skills. Hello! Okay, so there's a green dot there. There are more people here? Or are you guys like the other survivors?
It's cold. So cold.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm hungry.
Okay, is that what's gonna happen? These guys are gonna go try to storm it, the palace, or not the palace, the temple, in hopes to get some food. Hey, Rastal.
Lady Dana.
Wait, isn't this the temple? Wait a minute.
Lady Dana.
Lady Rastal, how's it going? You have to keep saying that, man. Yeah, well, we didn't see anyone in the capital, so I kind of think everyone's here. White potatoes because they can withstand the cold temperature. Oh. No, so none of you guys are able to use essence anymore, but Dana can? That's probably because she's a warden, right? I'd imagine. Probably is connected to the whole, like, immortality type thing. Why is Cecilia, I think that was her name, sitting up?
Help. Please help me.
No.
I have to pray to the great tree.
Now the great trees caused this!
Is there any food anywhere?
I'm pretty sure we can't save her. So she's like just delusional. Blushing why? Oh, she found love in the end of the world, I guess. Maybe. Oh, you're making more medicine? I mean, hey. If you want to do your time with that, I guess. More power to you. Oh, this is depressing. This is depressing. Hi, how's it going, everyone? I honestly, I didn't think we would actually ever see her again. Offer a prayer to the sapling? Sure. Oh, we going back? Oh, wait, no. Wait, whoa, wait! That's not what, no, go back. Yeah, touch the crystal. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, skip this event. Go back. Oh, that didn't mess anything up. I just teleport back and everyone's dead. Like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, it's gonna happen one way or the other at the same time.
Mom. Wake up. Mom.
Oh, these are coffins. Oh, nice. Is this Odo? Oh no! Lady Dana, you returned. Hello, Lady Dana. He looks so gaunt. He must have pushed himself too far. Something's never changed, I see. Yes, he used all his essence to protect us from illness and the cold. We begged him to stop, but he just smiled and ignored us. How tragic.
If only we could offer him even one flower.
Yes, he did so much for us. But where can we even find a flower? Well, a flower might be difficult to find, but...
Look for a flower.
I understand, I'll go look for a flower. And it wouldn't be right. I'll do my best to find one.
Lady Dana.
Thank you so much.
The hell are we gonna find a flower in the Ice Age? I better be marked on my map over here. Flower of gratitude, great. So let's go down there, I guess. Wait, there's another room over here. It's not dangerous to go any further. Are you kidding me? You know how strong we are? I mean, we only are level 61, that's true. But we're still pretty great. Can I equip that seal ring? It could be pretty useful on you. I guess I could put that on her, huh? In the current timeline, yeah? Not like we're using her. Alright, so we need to find flowers. Because that seems like a reasonable thing to do right now. To be fair, that is green up there, so I guess not all plant life is dead. I don't really know how that works, to be quite honest. Pretty sure the Ice Age would have destroyed that green tree by now. Okay, so there's two quest markers, not quest. There. Never mind, there's one quest marker. That doesn't make any goddamn sense because there's two right there. Maybe we'll get another one when we get this. Yeah, we're not gonna find a flower here, dog. Maybe we'll. Oh my god, we did.
Oh, I think I found one.
That thing looks very frozen. Frosted flower.
This is the Tyrannian Blossom. They were lovingly seeded through the kingdom. Even though it's frozen solid, it still holds meaning as a symbol of gratitude. Yes, I think this will do nicely. I'll bring it to Odo.
What about the other quest marker? Oh. Oh, that's just in the crypt. Oh. Back to Odo. Hey guys, I brought some snow back.
Is that a flower, Lady Dana? Yes, it's the only one I could find. We lost Lady Ganada on a day very much like this. As I recall, she passed away shortly before you left, Dana.
Is that the older lady?
She kept encouraging you to press on until the very end. In his own way, Odo also believed in you. He's made a few words, but I know he supported me. Thank you, Odo. I hope you can rest in peace. We're totally gonna eat you, though. Because we need the food.
Dana's virtue is virtuous. Prosperous kingdom, really? Really? We get that achievement? We get that achievement when the kingdom is literally dying? Oh, the spirits are gone. That's kind of surprising. Maybe they're further in? I don't know. I guess the spirits probably wouldn't have lasted too long in this world either, I guess. Oh, never mind. What do I know?
Dana, it has been a long time. Jenna!
Denya? Yeah.
Haven't seen you in ages. What are you doing here?
Jenna's not the only one here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of completely forgot how I voiced every single one of you. Well, I'm just passing through. I like it, Baka. We're in your debt.
Spirits! I see this is a goodbye?
Thou hast noticed. The Great Tree has begun the cycle of selection and rejection, even though we spirits are not exempt. Yes, we are born from this earth. Thus, we must one day return to it, such is our fate. That we must be the reason we've been gathered here. We are the only spirits that remain on Earth. Darkness!
I'm sorry. And you all lent me your power, too. I'm sorry I wasn't able to save you.
I know how hard this must be for you. I'm not gonna lose my forms, are you? Am I?
But please don't be sad. Yes, we are just a disturbance in the earth made manifest. We are simply returning to our original form. Oh. Goodbye, Dana. I'm not sure what you're trying to do, but give it your all.
Should we fade away, the protection we've granted thee will fade as well. Thou must make haste.
But isn't this the final floor of the crypt? No, unexplored depths will still remain. But you must be careful, for a being of great evil awaits, Io. Evil? Ah yes, you've encountered that being before. It did not go so well for you, as I recall. What? Well, I know them very well, so... this did not go as smoothly as I had hoped. We spirits are markedly terrible at cooperating with one another. But this is our last chance. I want to reveal everything. I feel the same way, but I think we're confusing poor Dana. You're also energetic. It feels like you're trying to cheer me up. Actually, our lively demeanor is all thanks to you. Haven't you realized it by now, Dana? We've come this far because you appealed to us. Not only did your action help your fellow Eternians, but they helped us as well. Yes, thank you. We can face our fate with a sense of peace. I'm very grateful I've met you. Please don't forget about us. Yeah, I won't ever forget about any of you, ever, until I lose my memory. This is why you're... Is that the Soul Eater? What's happening? Oh, am I getting new weapons? That doesn't make sense chronologically, but okay. As I recall, those weapons are made from pure ore calcum. Oh, we have pure ore calcum that we need armor for. Yes, this reaction bodes well. What do you mean? Spirits have a natural affinity towards ore calcum, for it originates in crystalline, whatever vines that run deep within the earth. Our sublimation has begun. We should be returning to the earth, yet we find ourselves drawn to your weapons. So that is what we desire. We would be honored to help you in whatever small way we can. Our Enders and I am glad we could give you this wonderful gift. Yes, indeed. I hope our power is able to help you, Dana. Please use it wisely. Yes, I promise I'll cherish this keepsake you've given me always, until they rust and become weakened again, and then I have to update them in the future. Then the end is here. Though bittersweet, let us bid our farewells. You gonna do a dance for me? We're glad we get to spend our final moment with you, Dana. Thank you very much, very much. I said very much twice there for some reason. Must be the darkness. No, thank you, spirits. I won't let your final wish be in vain. I will do everything in my power to carry out your will. Contains the power of the spirits. Spirit ring... Celestia. Okay. I mean, they're cool looking. Okay, as long as I still have those, that's great.
Luminous.
Yeah, I could have used this outside, couldn't I have? Oh well. Going down? This engraving. Perhaps this is what Wagner was talking about. Oh, it was an elevator. Chamber of the Final Trial. Oh, Amy's here still. No more of the kingdom's history may not solve anything. But I must see this through to the very end. Amy! Amy? What are you doing here? Dana! As you may know, my very existence began to return the veins of the earth. But I still want to help you. Same way the others granted you their protection, I'm going to will myself to remain here. So that's why. I also just kind of want to make a quick buck, so, like, you know, give me all your money and essence. I'll do whatever I can to make sure those of you who let me the power are not disappointed. Or much, anyways. Are you gonna give me, like, free stuff? Of course not. Of course you wouldn't give me free stuff. I mean... check my accessories, actually. Let's just give me a bunch of this shit, then, I guess. 15 full medicines? Am I gonna need that? Hopefully not. Okay, you could have given them to me for free. Well, you know, thank you for the full medicines, I guess. Okay, heal here. Do I need anything here? I don't know. I think I've already... Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Sure, alright. Hello. Oh, we get 2 of these guys, huh? There we go. No, no. There we break it. Break it. Now we still gotta break. There we go. Ow. Where the hell are you? I should probably just target them, right? I know. Kinda stupid not to, but hey. Build up some freaking SP a little bit. Did I kill both of them? What level are you guys? Because I feel like that shouldn't be that... Oh, yeah. There shouldn't be that much experience. Level 63? I don't know. I mean, you are giving me a ton of experience. Except for the little ones. Hey, I'll take all the levels you want to give me. Never look a free level in the mouth. Man, it doesn't make any sense, Chronos. Yes, it does. Just replace level with horse. There you go. Never look a horse in the mouth? I don't know. I think it's a gift horse. I don't think that's the saying. It might be the saying. Look, I don't do sayings, alright? Hi, guys. How's it going? Please give me all your levels. And I guess this as well. I did kind of want to use my my hammer time form, but hey, you know what? Since I went ahead and used this completely on purpose. Look, it's been a while since I did that by accident, alright? So give me some sort of slack here. Please die. Thank you. I feel like we're going up in... Yeah, okay, there's just treasures here? Sweet. I was gonna say, I feel like we're just going up and fighting all the different type of enemies that, that had different weaknesses, right? Am I at the end? Huh. Hello, boss?
That's a monolith.
Yes, it is.
Why is this one so large, though?
Overcompensation.
You finally made it.
Aye, aye-o.
Dana Ecclusia. No, Maiden of the Great
I actually kind of totally thought you were going to be a demon when we panned through that body like that.
Just kidding. Hiya, lady. Nice to see you again.
Stab her, Dana!
Io.
I'm surprised you came here, considering all that's happened.
Yeah, I kind of had a quest marker for it.
You're really trying your best to lead everyone to the very end.
If that was the case, I wouldn't be here right now.
It's clear to me now that you're no ordinary Eternian. Are you a warden?
Who can say?
You! You could say.
Sorry, but you're no exception, Dana. I need to make sure you're worthy too. Even I can't stop the ritual that's underway in the sanctuary. Here goes.
Moon Prism power makeup.
What?
This is gonna be great.
I'm digging the music so far.
None of the previous maidens ever gathered this many spirits.
Huh?
Yes, you are worthy of facing me, Io, as your final opponent. Don't think this is gonna be as easy as your other fights.
Okay, I'm kind of a narcissist and full of myself, so I'm going to think that, but please don't take it personally.
Now let's go. Come at me with everything you've got.
I'm going to use like 2 forms on you. Giant Demon. Giant Dragon! Roar! I'm a dragon! Yo, purest of maidens. Oh god. Innocence unleashed, huh?
She's a Saurian now?
No, she's a dragon.
Is this a fabled Eternian transformation technique? Io, I don't know who or what you are,
But I am gonna stab you
but I see you're a trial that I must overcome.
by stabbing.
So be it. I will fight you with everything I've got, until only one of us remains standing.
I was so hoping you were gonna talk to me in a little girl voice.
My, that's a magnificent look in your eye.
Thank you.
Come on, entertain me, wandering maiden.
No. Ow.
Io,
You have 3 health
I won't
bars?
let you stop me.
Here goes.
Oh, so okay. So we cannot just use this form on you? That's bullcrap, Io! Whatever, fine. It's rude. I mean, this form is probably better anyways because I can just spam skills easier. You know I bought 15 full potions, right? So, like, even if you do hurt me a lot, guess what's happening? That's right. I'm gonna Pokemon this and full restore my ass constantly, okay? I'm assuming your resistance is gonna change at some point. Yeah, okay. Called it, baby.
I should warn you. I really can't hold back in this form.
That's alright. I can't hold back in this form either.
One hit and I'm done for.
The doctor calls it gluttony. You need one hit and you're done for. What are you talking about? See, we just took a hit. You're not done for. Why are we so weak in this form? This is supposed to be like the strong form. Yeah, wait. Why are we so weak in this form? Like, we're supposed to be strong in this form, right? That's like, we're tanky. We like can't be moved that easily. This music's pretty dope. The music in this game, like, I've had fun overall with this game. Ow. Nah, she's not that fast. She's annoying. I'm keeping up. Oh my god. Excuse me. I wonder if you played Elden Ring recently. Because that move is definitely the same move that the goddamn avatars do. The freaking bargain bin Asylum demons. But at the same time, I guess this did come first, right? Ow. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying this game overall. It's been pretty great. The music has been just some of the best music I've heard in a JRPG or any game for the longest time. Like, it is outshined like every other game that I've played so far. Like you know, the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster songs, all freaking fantastic. I think I definitely prefer these songs, the themes, over that, which is honestly saying a lot given how much nostalgia I have for those themes and songs, right? I am gonna use my one normal potion. Okay, you don't have to do that. You use the potion. I mean,
Io, would you be? No, it doesn't matter who you are. You won't lose.
oh, am I burned? I was burned today. I should level up. I mean, I just kind of assumed she's like a dragon lady. I mean, to be fair, I thought she was a demon lady. So being a dragon lady ain't that much different than a demon lady. For the most part, anyways. Oh, I'm digging when you hit me head on and it misses. It is super, like, I don't know. It just makes me feel really good when you hit me and it just says miss. Oh, like that. It's so beautiful. Also, I hate the fact that I keep breaking you when you're in, like, the hammer time form. Because I feel like if we broke you in the speed form, we'd do way more damage. I'm pretty great. Yes, this is true. Absolutely.
Holding on somehow.
What are you talking about? We're kicking her ass. You're almost dead. You might have another form after this. That's fine. I still have like 16 full medicines. Yo, I like that attack. Get back here. Oh, god dang it. We're going out of order now, Io. You know what? Just because I'm mad about that, I'm gonna fully heal myself. Yeah, that was super annoying, actually. Hey, stop doing that! Where are these pillars coming from? You take him out of the ground? No, I need to get closer to stab her, thank you. Stop being invisible! Stop doing that! No, get back here! I have my flash card! Okay! You're being a jerk! Are you ready for this? It's hammer time! Ah, that's not that much damage. Maybe I should have went up the elevator a few times, came down and killed those things and instantly leveled up like it was doing down here. Because, man, this damage is pretty trash. Maybe I should have hit you in the head? That's probably should have hit her in the head, huh? Shit. You know, now that I say that out loud, probably should have been aiming for her head this entire time. She's a Saurian after all, yes? And those guys' weaknesses are always their heads. Ow. Ha! No second form? I mean, technically, I guess you had 3 forms, yeah? So were you a maiden with spirit power? Kind of like me? Because I have 3 forms? Wish I was a dragon.
Won. But where's Io?
Very dead.
Well, this sucks. You were strong enough to defeat my Saurian form. You have surely overcome many hardships to stand here as the final maiden. Alright, don't be modest now. Walk forward and examine the final monolith.
Io.
Alright. You don't have another form? Okay. I'm taking your word for it. Like, don't stab me in the back while I'm reading this.
It activated.
Yeah, that's what they do.
The last record was about the saint who saved people from the cataclysms of the Great Tree.
The king was bewildered. He believed the Great Tree brought blessings when it was actually disaster incarnate. Having discovered the truth, the king found himself trapped in a downward spiral of terror. But Saint Uranus stood before the king. The Great Tree may be a disaster incarnate, but it also gave life to Eternia. What does this make the Great Tree, if not the world itself? For the future of our people, we must accept this truth. The Great Tree can never be uprooted. The Light King accepted the wisdom of the saint and placed the Great Tree under his protection. The Wall of Truth and the garden which depicted the threat posed by the Great Tree were sealed deep underground. As time passed, the Light King grew old, and Uranus, the saint of salvation, died as he lived, in total tranquility. Rain fell upon the capital for over a month, as if the sky itself was in mourning. But when a woman, a disciple of the saint, offered a prayer, the rain ceased, and sunlight shined down upon the capital. She erected a temple, south of the capital, where she found would claim calm the Great Tree, and reports of her exploits soon found their way to the king. The king approved of this, and the Eternians received the blessing of the heavens, as they entered a new era of prosperity. The woman remained in Eternia and became the first maiden to devote herself to the Great Tree. In time, the Great Tree became a symbol of prosperity for the kingdom. The king decreed that the temple stood on equal footing as his palace, and thus was the kingdom of Eternia founded.
So this is the final chapter of the lost history of Eternia's founding.
Hey, good thing we found it right before all the Eternians
I
die.
never knew the real history behind the temple. The people would be shaken to their cores if they found out about this.
Well, the people that are left.
But then, who built this sanctuary? And why?
Funsies?
There's more. As the people enjoy their prosperity, the threat depicted on the Wall of Truth will one day be lost to time forever. But the threat will come one day, like a bubble that must eventually burst. You maidens who have come to this sanctuary, you maidens who are my successors, you will know this truth and bear it on your soul forever. That is the true duty of all maidens, the reason for their very existence. Until such a day that the final maiden arrives.
What am I looking at? Oh, the other maiden? The first maiden?
This message is for all the maidens of the Great Tree. And
Well, don't you look surprised.
Io, are you actually...
Looks like you figured it out.
I have not figured it out.
Yes, I am Io, the first maiden of the Great Tree.
Oh, you look good for your age.
You did a wonderful job overcoming my trials, Dana.
I knew it, but why do you look like that?
This form is just a manifestation of my soul.
People always said I was childish.
My power is weakened over many years, which is why I look like a child now. But finally, I'm able to fulfill my duty.
Duty.
Io, I mean Lady Io.
No, it's just EO.
What is your
Or
duty?
IO if you're me.
Lady Io, huh? I don't like formalities any more than you do, Dana. I'd prefer you keep calling me Io like you've been doing.
Huh? Okay.
This sanctuary is where I reveal the true history to the maidens. But when I say history, I don't just mean the past.
What?
I also mean the present and the future.
I don't think that counts as history.
The present and the future?
Yes, for you see, this sanctuary exists to reveal the truth to every maiden of the Great Tree.
Does this mean all the past maidens knew the truth about the Great Tree?
I wouldn't lie to you. You've seen it with your own eyes, haven't you? I've been revealing the truth in this way so the wardens wouldn't notice.
I don't believe it.
Not every maiden could handle the truth either.
I bet.
Some of them cussed me out or accused me of being a heretic. Others just went mad from the revelation. Even so,
But is that when they find a new maiden?
I wanted the maidens to know the truth. But you were able to figure it out before I even told you.
Why have you been doing this?
The Great Tree of Origins will destroy Eternia. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Someday, you won't be able to do the things you currently take for granted.
Yeah, have you looked outside? I mean, you were out there earlier.
It's a cruel place.
Kinda late for that.
At times, it even feels like a fleeting dream. Perhaps the same could be said of people's lives.
This is true.
No matter who you are, everyone meets death in the end. Whether you're a highborn noble or a lowborn bandit, everyone must return to the void of nothingness. Consider every action a person performs in their lifetime, every decision that they make. Do you think they're meaningless?
Sometimes. Chronos, what? No, sometimes, yeah. I ate a bag of goddamn Swedish fish yesterday. That was meaningless, and it made me feel like shit. And I'm sure my doctor will yell at me for that. It wasn't like a giant bag, it was like one of those dollar bags. But at the same time, you know how much sugar that is? It was delicious. Completely meaningless, though. And probably rushed me a little bit closer to that void she was just talking about.
You'll have to face that day too, Dana. What will you think when it finally comes? Will you think your life was meaningless?
Depends.
I should
Chronos,
have become a maiden.
what? No, it
It
depends.
wasn't worth all the suffering. I should have worn my mother's ring and kept my visions sealed away. Was I only helping people just to feel like I mattered? Or maybe you'll think to yourself, I wish I had never been born. Will you regret your life to that extent?
No. I would never think that. All my experiences are the reason I was able to connect with so many people. If even one of those events were different, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I think that's true of Eternia as well. The decisions made by you, the royals, and our ancestors, that is our inheritance. That's why we're alive right now.
Well, currently dying.
Even if Eternia disappears, or if I disappear, whoever succeeds us will inherit our legacy. So, even if Eternia is on the verge of extinction, I don't think my actions were meaningless.
Wow. I didn't think you'd actually have a response for me. Yes, you exist as you do now because of me.
Bow
And your
before me!
existence is proof that I once existed. I hoped your brand of determination would be the thread that tied all the maidens together throughout the ages.
Even the ones that went insane?
Yo, so that's the reason you've been telling the maidens the truth about the Great Tree.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was worried about how you'd handle the burden of being the final maiden.
It's alright. Oh, sorry.
Thank you for worrying about me, though. Still, Io, even if this world seems like a fleeting dream, no matter what happens, as long as the world goes on, so do our wills. So I won't give up until I'm ready.
Wow, I'm impressed. You know far more than I expected you to.
I've been traveling to the future.
I guess you have your own answers.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a quick pause there because someone has a very just obnoxiously loud bass that was just outside my house. It's shaking everything.
Looks like there's nothing left for me to tell you.
Cool.
I'll leave the rest to the younger generation. I'm getting too old for this stuff anyway.
Io, I certainly didn't expect to have this conversation with you, but thanks to you.
I mean, I expected the conversation at some point because I thought you were like a demon child.
Thank you too. Perhaps it's irresponsible of me to say this, but go get him, Dana.
I will.
And everyone died. Except for Dana. The next morning. Oh, we actually do get to talk to Olga.
Lady Dana!
What's up?
Everyone accompanying us is ready. Once you're ready, we can depart.
Thank you, Rastal. Could you give me a moment? We'll leave as soon as I'm done.
Yes, my lady.
Dana, must you leave so soon?
Yes. The next cold front will be here soon. This is just the calm before the storm.
I see. I'm sorry I cannot come with you.
I mean, you could.
It's okay.
I want everyone to choose the decision that suits them best. That includes the people who have chosen to remain in the capital. Their choice is not a practical one, but I now understand why they have made it.
Olga.
Also, some people still blame you for what happened.
Yeah, we call those people a future food source.
It is best for us if I stay behind to lead them through what is to come. Everyone must walk a path of their own choosing, so they can face their final moments with pride.
I would expect nothing less from you, Olga.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, Olga. I'm pretty sure the people staying behind here are going to face their moments screaming in hunger or freezing to death.
What do you mean?
It's nothing.
Still blaming Dana, even though that makes no sense.
Very well, then. This is not goodbye, is it?
Oh yeah, no, this is goodbye.
No, it most certainly is not.
I hate to break it to you, but we know in the future that it is. Alright, well, Olga is gonna go die with starvation with everyone else, and then we're all gonna freeze to death in the south too, except for Dana. And I guess Dana's gonna come back? Kinda weird. Did you see the footprints stop there? Well, it's fine. But, 1 year later, so a year later, is when Dana comes back.
It's so quiet. I'm back, everyone. It's been a year. I knew this day would come. Still, I'm really nervous. It's finally happening. I finally get to meet Adol.
Well, no, you gotta shoot yourself in the head first, and then meet Adol. Honestly, lasting a year? That's kind of impressive. I mean, they probably didn't last the full year. She probably had to travel back up north to this place. But I'm assuming the capital people probably died soon after she left, given that the cold storm was coming. And then the people that travel south probably lasted maybe, I don't know, maybe almost a year. But yeah, the truth and duty passed down to every maiden. It must have been a heavy responsibility. You must have surpassed all that. To come to this era. You're just full of surprises, aren't you?
I don't know about that, but I think Io would have been surprised.
Not sir. I bet Olga and the little rascal would have been surprised too. They probably would have said, "You're just full of surprises, Dana."
I'm sure that would have been proud of you, Dana. I don't know.
Let's finish this. Seeing that, I don't know how anyone would want to stop.
Yes, I won't let the future be taken from us.
Agreed. Even a transporter has the right to deny an unreasonable request.
We made it this far because of Dana's hard work. Now it's our turn to work hard. Maybe I still haven't done enough. Let's work hard together, Ricotta. Indeed! Come, Adol. Let's return to Octus. Rastil, Atla, Cecile, Olga, Io. The world we wanted to protect is gone now, but this world has definitely inherited our hope. Hope someday I can tell you all about it.
Amy? What are you doing with my sword, Amy? Inherited will. Pass the final trial, learn the true history of the Kingdom of Eternia. What'd you do to my sword, Amy? Nothing. You did nothing to my sword. Let's go get that last piece of armor for one of the ladies.
How can I help you today?
I mean, another shining Chronos would be pretty dope, but it'd go to waste on those two. So let's go ahead and grab this.
All right, finished.
Give it to Laxia.
All right.
All right, that is going to be it for this episode. I'm pretty sure we're done, aside from those raids, but I don't want to do those raids because fuck them. All right, yeah, we're going to the final part of the game, I guess. See y'all next time. Bye.